Bam, baby. There we go. Chainsawman ever. No more than it costs time for Chainsawman. It's gonna be awesome. For yesterday, right, we were late with Bleach because I had a very important client meeting yesterday, very late, so that was very stressful and so on. But now I'm here in time, of course, for Chainsawman, so this is awesome. I hope this week isn't delayed. I use Twitter for the official account of Chainsawman, and they did say it was going to release normal time frame. So last week, right, it was 10 minutes delayed, right? Yeah, it happens, right? There was some sporting whatever on TV, right? So it's kind of thing that when you watch, like I do live, right? You're kind of like, oh, what's happening? And as I always say, right, when you watch live on TV in Japan, it is never on time. I'm always like that. I'm always saying, I'm not a broken record, but I don't understand how Japan, in every other regard, right, it's like trains on time, everything is on time, business on time, right? Everything is like bam, 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 right? Everything on time, preferably you're 10 minutes earlier, right? If you have a meeting in Japan, right, you need to get it earlier. Same thing in Sweden, though, honestly. I'm Swedish, right? Same thing in Sweden. In Sweden, being late is the worst thing you can be, right? So I think just similar thing as in the culture, yeah. If you have a meeting at 1 o'clock, you gotta be there 10 to 1, right? You gotta be there earlier, yeah. You can't come at but here we go. So, yeah, very uncommonly already late, right, in anything. But TV, randomly, there's no sound, fix that. Okay, there we go. Yes, there we go. We're just gonna recap probably jumps in, right? Yeah. Just gonna recap when he jumps in. Yeah, playing the music. Well, maybe this saw a little action when he... Well, Kobani, my best girl! I mean, I love Kobani. I can't believe I hated Kobani. Let's see my video for that. I'm freaking... Yeah, link below my video later on. Yeah, I love Kobani, man. Freaking awesome character. Oh, man. They're playing the music here. Yeah, they're playing the... This is a bloody start, baby. Maybe we can play the music too much on YouTube, but yeah. But this is what I said last week. I was like, why don't you just jump in and go Chainsawman on him, right? Yeah, why don't you just jump in and just fight scenes? Exactly, just turn into a Chainsawman and kill it, right? Oh, okay, maybe not. I think I will. Come on, I believe you, Danny. I believe in you. Get the boobies. There we go. Man, this is some weird episode. It's freaky, man. Yeah, this is like... This is some weird psychedelic trip now. It's hard to explain what I'm watching. And they're standing there watching him slaying. Koban is like, what the fuck is happening? They're like, he's a devil. He's pretty effective, Akuma. Yeah, then they can turn into a Chainsawman. Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's pretty effective at that. But this episode is freaking crazy. There's so goddamn many faces everywhere. But this is the most disgusting demon so far, yeah, with all the with all the faces and all the OPPAI probably? Yeah. This demon is definitely the most grotesque one so far. But I mean, I expect it to be more grotesque scene in this anime. I mean, I'm Myrmonden, right? But I expect it to be more grotesque scenes, right? All the time. Definitely. Yeah, put the chat in the corner. But yeah, yesterday I was very, frustrated, you know. It was one of my favorite Bleach scenes of all time, right? The Ichigo scene with Yasa. It really is one of my favorite scenes of Bleach of all time. And I had this meeting for like 3 hours, like very late, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go watch anime. I don't want to sit here. But, you know, that I lose my job, right? That is the job, basically. I think they're gonna have probably a commercial after the opening here. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they probably have. I think so. Can I stop the timer, right? I think Chainsawman is a little bit weird on TV. Now they usually have, so they have a commercial break now, right? But it's a very short Chainsawman. So the anime has like a 1 minute usually, and the next one is like always about. But it's kind of fun because some animes when they have commercial breaks, it's just random commercial, right? Chainsawman, like I said, every week, almost only ads on like the different artists, right? Yeah, it's always like Eve, so on. Yeah, it's only like artists that are part of the Chainsawman, you know. So yeah, so now it's the, you know, now it's the ending here, right? Ending, the power ending. There's no they're adding that one, yeah. So it's basically just like selling the merchandise for the different artists. So, so it's very, very focused on Chainsawman. Now it's on boy band. Okay, now it's a boy band. You know, I do love Japanese. I say it I do love Japanese ads, man. They're really fun, man. I wish every other country had this kind of ads, because see, because now it's a kind of waifu ad. It's Sword Art Online, yeah. Sword Art Online card game or something, yeah. Yeah. Booster packs, yeah. Booster packs, Sword Art Online game and so on. The very anime focused, right? But I love, honestly, I said it very, but I love Japanese commercials, because half the time I have no idea what they're about. You know? Half the time I can never figure out what it's about. I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's like, I can't understand what the commercial is aiming at. So I have to almost guess, you know, it's like, well, what are they trying to sell here? And I'm trying to figure out, you know, that. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what they're trying to market, right? It's a guessing game, which I really enjoy. Here we go. It's a guessing game that I genuinely really enjoy. But okay, so then it's getting crushed, or more crushed, I mean, a bit, whatever. Yeah, you can change the words. Yeah, I think this demon wins so far, but I'm expecting it to be... Oh yeah, he can eat that blood and get stronger. They have it all... That's true. They have that whole thing right there. Like, Man, this is kind of brutal. It's like... Yeah, that was the most tomato you've seen so far, probably. With his headbutt chainsaw that thing. My god. Okay, it's back to Suda-san. Yeah, one of my favorite voice actors. Yeah, back to the classic funeral place. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the devils. The Akumas. They kill a lot of people. Yeah, they definitely kill a lot of people. Right? It's kind of like the. Yeah, I definitely want to see Suda-san come into action, right? Yeah, must be more backstory, right? But I feel I'm right, what I said 2 years ago, right? That I feel that most of the human characters are going to be driven by, like, revenge, right? At least many often driven by that, right? And then we have people like like Kobane that's like, it was this or prostitution. And then we have the poor best girl that's like, I don't want to be a prostitute. But the other characters are mostly probably driven by revenge, right? Yeah. My god, again, I can't believe people hate the Chainsawman. I think it's just the funniest Chainsawman, man. Jesus Christ. Frustrates me. Genuinely frustrates me people hating Kobane. It really does, right? Because I feel everyone is like, oh, she can't fight a terrible character. Like, what? But every woman doesn't have to be a super badass, strong character, right? The comedy is that she is terrible. That's the whole comedy, yeah. Like, whatever. I made a long video about it last week, right? Yeah, check out videos of it. I made a long video, right? Like a 10-minute argument why she's a good character. But anyway. I think it's gonna lead to this, to be like, oh, then you're my hero. It's kind of what that gonna lead to, right? Maybe we can spend this with the ghost hand card, right? It is sad, but I feel she represents kind of like, you know, the humans, right? She kind of represents all the victims, right? In the, yeah, represents kind of all the how many people are victimized by these news, right? Not better them like on their kind of work dates, we can call it. Yeah, they had indirect kissing, right? So they've been building up for leadership, certainly. I'm still waiting for it to burn. I'm just like, that's how like, why won't they burn down the walls for? I'm still waiting for it to happen. I want to be right on this. That she cannot throw a cigarette. The cigarette has to be useful, right? Come on. We have one cigarette left. Am I the only one thinking the cigarette's gonna be useful? I guess she pisties use him a bit. Yeah, he's a nice guy though. Interesting. I mean, she's conflicted about how she feels about him and also using him, I guess. I bet to Danny used what a different contrast, right? Is that this kind of, yeah, and then back to Danny used batting in the blood or something, yeah. Back to Danny used like, here we go, using the ghost hand. Oh, she's gonna pull it, what? I guess you can keep pulling the change, okay. Man, this looks crazy, man. This episode is the most crazy looking one so far. Easily. It's like a Sakuga in flesh or something. It's some guy, I don't even know, show it on YouTube, I don't know. Might be too bloody for not family friendly enough, perhaps. Oh, now she's getting all turned on by it. Yeah, now she's getting all like, oh yeah, it's awesome. This is easily the most tomato use episode so far. Holy shit, man. It's so much tomato use. Like, it's just like, he's just batting in... honestly, I don't know if I can show that scene. Honestly, I'm just being honest here. I'm always like, okay, we can show this scene right afterward. But that scene was him like, there was just blood everywhere. That was probably, yeah, Kobani is still, of course, a little shocked by the whole thing. Power don't anything. No, Power just laughed at people. Well, he got. Oh, I guess it's true. No, I'm sorry. She actually did help him with the blood loose, I suppose. Okay, I take it back. Power did something good, actually. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, this is kind of adorable now. It's like... Yeah. Can use my body heat, right? Is it alive somehow? This goddamn weird monster thing? I think that he's enjoying it now. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna... He's just like, yeah, you like that? He's just enjoying it now. God damn it, Danny. Stop his being like, oh, that was fun! Oh my god, they finally get rid of the... It's probably a commercial break now when you get out there. It's a good commercial break station. Yeah, they finally get out of the loop here. He looks way too happy there. He's like, yeah, you saw that, guys? They're all they're covered in blood here. Or it's more like flesh, I guess. Ooh, here we go. He's exhausted. Huh? Yeah, she owes him a favor now, right? I do like Kubani's stash at them, like, no, I just want to go home. I hate this job. But yeah, let's see if Danny gets his favor, right? She owes Danny a favor. And that's what I expect, right? Something... Is that the Akuma now? On the ice there? No, it's something else, right? Yeah, you will kill him too. Yeah, don't blame me. I did my best. I don't know, man. Yeah. He's like, well, I got stabbed and I feel it's kind of your fault. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Kobani better apologize for... I was gonna be surprised if maybe they hadn't get some action from Kobani now. It's gonna be like, feel, you know... Yeah, I was thinking about it last week, right? Now Kobani is probably gonna be like, oh, Denji, you can get some OPPAI from me or something, if you forgive me. That's what I expect, you know, to her to be like, oh yeah, sure, Denji, kun. Man, the little smoking together. It feels very Japanese, I have to say. You know, they smoke so much in Japan. Yeah, I feel it is... I have to say, it feels like a very Japanese cultural thing that they're standing together all the time, smoking together. Yeah, this is a lot how, you know, Japanese business is, right? You go together and smoke all the time. Yeah, I feel it representing typical, like, middle management Japanese working people, right there. Salarymen kind of thing. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what's called again? Otaku Can't Find Love. Whatever. Gamers. But now we got I mean, it feels like but I like it. But it very is like, you know, the Japanese working culture. So now they're gonna go to they're going to ads there. It's very, very much is that, you know, Japanese world culture, right? So they smoke all the time, right? And it reminds me of Wotakoi. No, remember, yeah, Wotakoi. Love is of an otaku, right? Where he's most of the time with his coworker and he's dating this girl and so on, right? It's a lot like Wotakoi in a sense. Yeah, it's like horror Wotakoi. They haven't dated live all the time. And I'll spell it in the chat. Yeah, the Wotakoi and Wotakoi. That's how it's spelled, right? It must be that. And now they go into, you know, what's called like a bar, right? Yeah, I can't remember the name for it. Isekaya, right? Isekaya. I hope I said it right now. Yeah, Isekaya, right? So I sound Japanese as I can. Isekaya, right? Yeah, spelled like this, right? So I don't say the wrong word here. Just to this is so classic in Japan. Right? You work in Japan. It's Isekaya. Yeah, Isekaya. Super common in Japan, right? You see it all the time. So it feels like a, you know, Japanese work culture, but if you had demons and other monsters living in those there. I know they go to the episode. A lot of that, right? Like here we are, right? They're hanging out, they're drinking beer, biru and so on, right? Powers to the food, you know, yeah. Koban is all like, oh, sorry, I didn't kill you guys. Yeah. The Koban is all like, yeah, that was bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Power steals the karage. But yeah, this is adorable. It's like some weird. Yeah, Power keeps eating all the karage. Of course he is. And then he's like, everything is so nice. I feel then it's like too expensive for him, right? Yeah, he looks at the yen and it's like, I can't pay 400 yen for a drink, you know. Yeah, I think, please, any kiss. Yeah, you owe me a kiss. Oh my god, you owe me a kiss, girl, yeah. Here we go. Oh my god, this is gonna go. Yeah, you owe me, lady, you owe me. Oh my god. But I feel then I can relate to that, you know, like kind of you in college or whatever. Yeah, you get out of college, you can relate to that. Like, what? I can't pay, you know, $10 for a, whatever, for a chicken or something. Yeah, I can't afford that, or a drink or something. Yeah, it's too expensive, you know. Like he's living the ghetto into his life. He's like, oh, I can't pay for this. He's a poor guy, right? Mostly, right? I can see it's going bad, right? With oh, here we go. He's that serious coworker. That's too serious. Yeah, he's the guy that's like, oh, this sorry. Yeah, we saw last episode too. Yeah, he's the guy that's just trying to be. Yeah, he's that coworker guy, definitely. He's Ida. If you see My Academia, he's Ida. Yeah, he's the pencil pusher guy. He's just like, these are the rules. He's definitely that character, that coworker. Yeah, the guy who's there. Kubani-chan! She's all like, oh yeah, I'm a little awkward now. Poor girl. She's a little bit like, yeah, it's kind of awkward. I feel she's just like, so Nano. Hello. Man. And I do love the Powers of eating. No, but it's a great scene there. I mean, they're all having like, oh, I'm Kobani. And Powers is like, yeah, Powers ignores them all. It's like, shut up, I'm trying to eat food here. Yeah. She's completely ignorant for everything. She's like, are you feeding me food? I don't care about your issues or your names, or who you are, or your backstory. She's just like, I want the food, right? Yeah. You just keep feeding me. Yeah, and now it's like, yeah, I know you a little romance here. Man, I just kind of feel it's gonna fail, man. Yeah, she's getting really drunk here. I can feel it's gonna fail, man. I feel I've been here in reality. I feel I've been here. I feel I've been here in real life, man. I feel this is gonna turn out shit, I feel. Oh, yeah, I can do my first kiss. Oh! And now it's like, oh my god, not too rare! Makima is like, you're gonna get a kiss? What? Your first kiss, huh? Yeah, oh my god! It's gonna be a battle now? Who's gonna get his first kiss? We gotta kill Kubani also get in there. No, I just think Kubani owns him. I think Kubani owns him. I kiss the most. Yeah, no, Makima is like, what? You gonna kiss him? Yeah, oh my god. Turn into a weird horror anime where he's like surrounded by the ladies here. Yeah. Exactly. No, then he's like in the middle here being like, who's gonna kiss me? Yeah, I don't wanna piss off Makima-san. Exactly. Then he turned into horror man and then he's just like, yeah. You gotta pick here. You gotta pick here. It's play with fire, man. Play with fire. Yeah, it's gonna. I've heard. Yeah, I'm very proud of you, Danny-kun. I just love them sitting there being like, how can I play this, right? I also got power inside, right? How can I play this thing? I can have 3 girlfriends. I can be the horror main character. Well, I like the camera zooms in on her OPPAIs. Yeah, it knows what it wants. Yeah, the anime is like, yes, let's show this in. Very good. Yeah, we need more beer, right? Oh, she's getting really drunk though. I can just see her puking on him easily. Yeah, she's getting super drunk. She's probably gonna puke all over that something, or she's gonna collapse or something. Yeah, it's something. Makima can hold a liquor, right? She got it later, but yeah, I feel like Makima is a woman who can drink a lot. Yeah, I feel like Makima is like weaklings. Yeah, but I do love this thing constantly. The power keeps eating. Yeah, but I liked it. Yeah, every scene, power is like sucking down the karages. It's like. I don't know, she eats like 500 kilograms of chicken or something. Yeah, it's like every scene she eats a karage. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh no, she's super drunk. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Oh, it's a kissing scene! He gets the kiss! Oh, it's super romantic. It's like, Makima! It's like some weird name, Makima. It's like... Oh my god, it gets very visual. It's going hentai on us. But I just feel confident to get puke on him, honestly. I've been here before, I've seen it building up, man. I've seen that before. Ah! I knew it! Hey, come on, he pukes too! I knew it! She laughs at him, I knew it! He's gonna puke! My god! Oh, in his mouth! Oh my god! Oh, I'm just censoring it for, but Power is enjoys it. Of course, Power is like, oh, it's the best thing I've ever seen! Power is just like loving it. Oh my god, they keep showing it. They kind of have censored the puke on his face. Oh. Yeah, I like how Power just keeps laughing at it. Of course he loves it. It's so classic Power. Freaking Scald the Gladiator character. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, damn it. Alright, he eats puke or something? What is this thing? It's some weird... He's a dumpster diver, yeah. Then he's like, that's right, losers! Oh, poor Dad. No, he's puking instead. Yeah, no, he's puking. He's puking at her puke. It's like a puke loop now. Puke circle of... It's a circle of puking or something. Oh my god, yeah. It's a circle of puke or something. But I freaking felt it, man. I've been there in real life, you know. I went to college. They kept beating her up, being more drunk and drunk every minute, right? So she was gonna half pass out there for a moment. So like, no, she's super drunk, man. Oh, poor Denji. Then he got a kiss though. Finally, he got a kiss. Yeah, then he finally got kissed there. It was quite graphical. Yeah, it was quite like they went tongue there. It was almost a hentai. I'm just joking, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should they have censored the puke? They clearly censored it. Yeah, I haven't read the manga, right? But I assume the manga is more graphical. I assume the manga is probably a lot more graphical. That was kind of meh in that sense. And one scene you kind of saw a little bit of it. Maybe they're gonna release another version later, some Blu-ray DVD where it's not censored. I could see it coming that they're gonna non-censor it in a later version of the anime. You know, like next year or whatever. Not sure brings him home. Maybe they're gonna do it though. Interesting. Maybe he gets the full deal though. No, she might feel all embarrassed about it. I puked on you, and I'll give you the full course here. I'm gonna sleep with Denji. Denji finally gonna get some? Maybe, like the actual. I mean, the whole path here. Yeah, because she's like, oh, I'll bring him home. I puked on him. Yeah, it's my possibility. Interesting. Well, it seems like Denji's gonna have sex here. My god. My god. Some drunk ass one night stand here. Another kiss. Oh my god, is Denji gonna get some? It looks like it. It's not Makima power. He's gonna be all like, oh, I wanted I'm cheating on my Makima. My god. Yeah, she's really drunk still here though, yeah. I don't know, maybe she's fast asleep or something. I don't know, yeah, maybe they can do it. It's probably gonna end on a cliffhanger, they might do it. I don't know. Man, this anime I can definitely see them doing it though. I mean, absolutely. This is not an anime where they probably won't have intercourse eventually, right? Oh yeah, that's a good question. What do you like Makima for? Oh, how about me? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm way prettier. Yeah, that's a good question, yeah. Well, why won't it be my boyfriend instead? Maybe it's not Makima turns into pure evil. I don't know, I'm just waiting for Makima to evil, right? And now it's like, maybe she got jealous. Yeah. My god, is he finally gonna get some? He's really turning into Hokage, man. He's getting every... But why would I keep watching the anime for if Denji managed to score, you know, already in episode... Yeah, this anime is the most... It's the quickest shonen show ever! It didn't show him actually doing it, but I feel they probably are gonna do it next episode, right? Yeah, like, why would I keep watching the anime for if he's already Hokage Empire thing in episode, so he's already got all his missions, right? Now if he scores... What's the point, right? Okay, it's like an old JRPG game. Yeah, it's like Kobani's little the latest ending here. Yeah, it's like a video game. It's very typical, you know, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, whatever, right? Yeah, JRPG ending. You know how much I love JRPGs. I collect JRPGs, so exactly, it's like select option, and then it's like, ooh, and there's like a sexy Makima in the ending here, yeah. And then it's like, what about Makima? Oh, I see. It's gonna show the different waifus. Yeah. Now it's powers ass instead. A very powerful ass indeed. Yes. So is that a dating sim? Is it playing a dating sim? Was that what it was? Kobani entered? Was that a date or something? Was that like a dating sim? Like select options who you... Oh my god. It goes into a weird rainbow puke. No, this damn anime. Every ending is like a weird reference to the episode, yeah. Oh, it's kind of like Aqua, yeah, they're rainbow puking. Of course, they're rainbow puking in the ending. What do you guys expect, man? It's like a weird dating game in the ending. Yeah, a little bit work there too, but and then we get the commercial for the episode. Episode. I freaking called it. I freaking knew it, man. I was like, I was just gonna puke all over him, right? I could see it a mile away. I could see it a mile away. Oh, that was disgusting. The episode was disgusting, man. The episode was... it was violent, disgusting episode. No. It wasn't like... It actually wasn't even that, honestly, extremely bad. I've probably seen worse in my life, you know. I've seen too many animes. And when I say the word anime, I mean hentai. I don't know, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'm most of it sorry for Denji, right? You know, he's finally getting some. And then he, you know, he gets that ending instead. But I guess it kind of turned out though that she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. Then you couldn't. Let's go to your bedroom instead, right?" But yeah, let's review the ending first, and then review the episode. Let me go back here. I'm just gonna get my awkwardness out of it. It's like a JRPG or a dating game or something. It's like an old school, it looks like a typical, you know, Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy 6 or whatever, right? That's kind of how I would describe the ending. Get the new ending here. Get it up there. Yeah. It is the beginning of it, right? In the beginning of it. That's kind of how I would say it. Where's my camera? There we go. So yeah, I mean, this is if you play, you know, Final Fantasy, whatever, you know, recognize this kind of ending, right? So half the ending is kind of like, yeah, JRPG, right? The text menus, it's like the ending talking to Makima and so on, right? But then it kind of goes like a dating, then it turns into like a typical, you know, light novel dating game, right? Where he's like, you know, date Makima, power or whatever, or maybe Kobani, and then we see all the waifus in underwear, so you can't get that thing, right? So you're like, okay, it's like a dating anime. I see where this is going. Yeah, it's pretty cute. And then it's like, no. And then you're like, no, this is not cute anymore. Yeah, I have the scene here. Oh my god, why? I almost regret like taking this scene, the photo of this scene. Yeah, it starts pretty cute. JRPG, dating. We see the waifus, and then it's like, we see them puking. Oh, what's wrong with this anime? What's wrong with this anime? Yeah. It's like get on, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's, it starts in like 8-bit role-playing game, cute dating game, and then it's like, here's his puking and then his mouth. You're like, yeah. What a beautiful ending. I liked it with the waifus in the underwear. That was nice. I guess it's awkward, but it's awkward. It reminds me again of South Park, about it. Yeah, it reminds me of when Stan used to puke in Benny's mouth right all the time in South Park, yeah. So I guess that's a reference to it, perhaps. But yeah, what an ending. What a beautiful ending. Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the drunkenness of it. What can we show here? Yeah, it was kind of disgusting. What can we show? A kiss. When they start kissing, I guess. Gotta find a scene now where they're... Yeah, where you're not like overly disgusting. Okay, this works. She gives Genji a kiss, right? You know, that was a nice lady, yeah. She gives Genji his first kiss. So this is romantic and it's beautiful, and we all know this is gonna have no issues here, right? It's gonna have no issues here, right? Yeah, this works fine, man. But yeah, they did censor it. Yeah, they censored it massively. I mean, I haven't read the manga, but I imagine the manga is way worse, right? So yeah, start kissing him, right? You got a kissing scene, and then it leads into a very, very romantic scene, guys. Yeah, very romantic. But I say to again, this is my action part. I did feel it was kind of given, though, right? You know, because I've been, obviously I'm an old college boy, right? You know, but I've been in college, right? At university. You know, if someone gets really, really drunk, I actually see people puke a lot. Think about it. Yeah, it isn't necessarily that uncommon. Think about it. That this happens, right? You know. So the way they built this scene up, right, was that she was like, first she was drinking, you know, for like 10 minutes, right? Then she was like knocked out for a bit, you know what I mean? She was like, you know, sleeping or something, right? So you kind of felt that, okay, this is, yeah, I can really see this. I can really see the scene going well. I was like, I think this is gonna go great for Denji. But I feel sorry for him, of course. He finally got his first kiss, right? And then the memory of his first kiss got massively ruined. Another question is, are they actually gonna do it, right? Because, again, I'm anime only, but I think they're actually all gonna do it. This is an anime, right, where people die and it's all bloody and so on. It's like, you know, so I do think that this is an anime. I mean, especially because Dennis already grabbed some and he got some OPPAI or whatever, right? Dennis already got some action, so I do think the animation will have Dennis having sex, right? You know? Which is like common, right? Let's look at the bedroom scene here. We didn't see that in the episode, right? But they kind of get to... Yeah, here it is, yeah. They kind of lay on his bed, right? That's how the episode ends. So we'll talk about that, right? But I think it's interesting, right? Because I always say this in my other reviews too, right? How I dislike that some anime actually do it, right? So they get to the bedroom, right? She takes him home, and I think they're gonna do it, right? She goes to question, like, why do you even like Makima for? Have you seen me? I'm pretty hot, right? And so on. But honestly, I can relate to this scene. I always feel this. I haven't had a girl puke on my face though, but I've had similar situation actually, talking about in college personally, where, you know, a girl on the stoop, then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, should we have sex instead? I can forgive me then, right there. I honestly have seen a very similar situation more than once in my life. So, yeah, I think it actually is somewhat relatable, and it's actually probably, it's actually that impossible, and yeah, I think it's going to lead into them sealing the deal, right, next episode. I still think that is going to be like Makima, right? But what I like with this thing, though, from a general anime standpoint, is that, for example, when I watched what's called Grand Blue, right? It's called Grand Blue, right? The anime where they go to a swimming club and so on, right? That anime, the main character is also only trying to have stuff, right? He's always trying to smash, right? Every goddamn episode. That in one episode, I won't spoil here, but yeah, speaking, but in one episode, he gets actually one of the women to be like, okay, let's have sex, right? You know, she wants to do it. Intercourse time, boy. And then he reacts her, right? And that made me completely lose all interest in that anime. I get detached from that show, right? Because I was just like, how can you have a main character that that basically every episode is like, oh, I want some OPPAI, I want some ass, right? Constantly trying to get some, right? Bam, bam, bam. And then when he finally gets some, he's like, oh, actually, I don't love you, I love her instead. You know what I mean? They didn't make any sense, right? So this is needed to be, and I hope Chainsawman, lives up to its, its prime, or its hype, right? That I really hope that Danny's gonna smash them all, go hard and root and get them all, right? No, but seriously, this anime, so far to me, right, it's much better than most other animes with the main character kinda gets them, right? Another example, I guess, would be like Himeno Demon, right? I hate how Diablo is like basically surrounded by boobs all the time, right? And they basically jumping, right? The elf is like, oh, let's do it all the time. He's like, oh, I don't want to do it because, it never makes any sense, right? I mean, honestly, Denji is one of the most relatable main characters ever. Because he's an actual human, because, here's a hot chick that wants to sleep with me. Yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. Denji is actually probably the most realistic and relatable main character. If you ignore all the demons and Chainsawman, right? But look at the character. And you're like, man, this character is actually acting like a normal human being would, right? Like an actual person that is like, oh yeah, this woman is hot. Yeah, I have an interest in Makima and power or whatever, right? But this woman is hot too, and she wants to have intercourse. Let's do it. Yeah, like I feel that's one reason I really like this show, right? Because and I joked about it earlier, I said that Denji is the ultimate protagonist, right? Because he gets to his goal so quickly. He becomes Hokage immediately, right? He gets the OPPAI, he gets the action. You know what I mean? Denji, I said it very early that Denji is the ultimate protagonist because his goal is to get some boob, right? And it's like now to get Hokage or becoming Parking or whatever, right? So that's one thing. But I think most of that, yeah, I can really relate and really feel like, Denji is, generally speaking, an actual, like, arguably the most relatable main character ever. In its simplicity of having the desire of boob and ass, right? But that he actually commits to it. I think that's the important thing. He actually commits to it, right? Because, like, as I mentioned, you can find so many horror animes, right? So many ecchi animes where the main character is like, oh yeah, I want some boobs, I want some ass, right? And they talk about that, they keep saying that, right? But when they actually had the chance to get it, they actually reacted, right? Because they have some kind of noble, I don't want it to be in this way, I want it to be my first love interest, or they have some stupid, nobility or whatever that's hindering them from actually scoring, right? And then he's just like, then he's like, score, right? Yeah. Then he's like, oh, I want some scoring. Then he wants everything, so it's actually incredibly realistic. Honestly, I think so. A lot more than most other animes. Now let's talk about the actual fight scene, though. I started with the good stuff here. I was like, let's talk about the dating here. Yeah, let's talk about the Isekaya date, and so on. But let's go back in the episode and have the actual bloody demon. Yeah, like Denji bathing in demon flesh or something. What is that scene? Can't have a scene that it's too, I guess, bloody here. You gotta find a scene that looks brutal, but not too brutal. This anime is kind of itchy in that sense, though. Yeah, it's a little bit like, can I show this thing on? This is family friendly enough, you know what I mean? And you're like, no, that doesn't look family friendly either. Like, that doesn't look. Holy shit, man. Okay, it's kind of hard actually. Most of the scenes are probably too tomato juicy. Honestly, god damn it. Yeah, most of the action scenes are so much tomato juice. I'm trying to find an action scene where he looks. Okay, this one maybe. Here she's surrounded by. Okay, that was the lame scene. Okay, this one. It took me a while to find a scene which I know works on YouTube. Which is it like, too bloody, or is it like too, like it's bloody, but it's not like, it's not too much, right? Honestly, this anime, it's bloody, right? So yeah, the actual action scene, right? It's kind of what I said last week. I was just like, what's the Yup didn't kill it for? It's like a big flesh guy, right? It was definitely so far the most freakiest Akuma so far, right? All these weird faces. It looks way more demonic and brutal and so on. I think that the order has looked before. I guess the lady with the worm Obasa was also kind of weird, right? But the bat was like, he's just a big bat. Yeah, that he was like a brutal, he was a bastard, right? But in the end of the day, he was like a big bat. You know what I mean? This thing here is way more freaky. Yeah, this thing is more freaky. It's more horror themed, right? And for that matter, I didn't say it last week. I figured it out after I did last review. But I was like, oh my god, it makes more sense though. Because I rewatched the episode last week, and I was like, oh yeah, of course, the 8, right? It's called, they're on floor 8, because of course the 8 is the eternity, right? So yeah, this the devil here being the eternity on the floor 8, so that made more sense to me afterward. I realized after, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Of course, it's a floor 8, and then it's clicked for me. I don't know why I missed it, so last week. That frustrated me, honestly. I didn't think about that last review. But anyway, yeah, this demon with his eternity power and having all this stuff and so on. You turn into a big flesh wall. But I think that it is inspired, right, by, you know, the echoing, screeching wall, right, that you find in some mythology, right? Like this wall that has, how say it, right? They have, you know, sealed in people's souls and their pain and suffering in a wall or in a door, right? And that's kind of what this demon represents, I guess. So something like that. It's very similar to that. And I said last reaction you're gonna have, for example, Elden Ring this year, right? They have that like screeching ball of, you know, faces, right? So similar to that one, right? Probably we win, you know, Game of the Year this year, right? But yeah, honestly, it was pretty straightforward when he actually finally jumped in there, though. Yeah, I would kind of see if he had more tricks up to the door. But I kind of interesting though with Kobayane, so I was like, oh, he's dead powers. So I think that one issue they have, right, these hunters here, is that maybe they could communicate better, right? Yeah, Kobayane's like, oh, he could do that stuff. He could have told me that. Yeah, it's a little bit like, oh, he got those powers. It feels like half the teammates are like, oh yeah, that's true. And then we see later, right, Izukaya, they're doing the, you know, oh, this is me, this is who I am, and so on, right? I feel like probably should maybe have done it before, right? The anime is very much just throw in the characters. Is Makima a bad boss then? Yeah, is Makima a bad boss, guys? Because you just kind of like, you guys are a team, go over there, yeah. Should really explain to them what they can do and so on, right? I guess same to the power too. She was like, you team up with this girl now. And it's like, okay, what can she do? You figure it out when you see it. Yeah, it's a little bit of that. Yeah, in one way she's quite mismanagement, I would say, right? I won't point that out again. I really love the scene of the power kid eating, though. Yeah, I mean, I still feel that Power is my favorite character, and even though she didn't do much in the episode, I think this is one of the reasons I love her. When we see them all eating, right? I see them all, you know, talking and rating, and then he's like, oh, Makima is here, and oh, she's Netto, Horem, and so on. And Power just like, he keeps eating and laughing at them. Yeah, I love that. It shows how Power is so simplistic, man. She's like, used to be the best girl, man. I like it. And for that matter, right, I'll sit here again, guys, right? I made a video last week about why I love Kobayane, right? And I think that the whole hate for Kobayane is so incredibly unfounded, right? And also to be a hype and or whatever, but I think it's just, I want to say that again briefly here, right? I think it's so absurd that people are so focused on this idea that, oh, Kobayane, she can't fight, or she hurt this guy, she want to kill Genyo, oh, bad character, she's a bad witty character. This stuff to me is insane, right, you know? For me, it's like, no, but that's a good, first of all, she's a good witty character, right? Because she's supposed to be this Among Us traitor, right, you know what I mean? So that's a good witty character. A character isn't bad or good written, depending on the alignment, right? You know, an evil character can still be a good written character, good as in, you know, well written, right? Versus good and evil, right? So that's one thing I mean, dislike seeing on Twitter and YouTube. So people are like, what do you mean she's a bad written character? Because she does a mistake, you know what I mean? That's so stupid. But yeah, speaking, right? Kobayane as a character is a comic relief, right? And you need to have that, but she adds that, you know, scary cat. And actually, I would say you need to have someone like Kobayane in last episode. This episode, whatever, right? But last episode, you need to have someone that is going mentally insane inside this loop, right? And being like, I'm gonna kill you guys! I'm gonna kill everyone! You need to have someone, right, that goes into that, like, you're a spy! Right? You need to have that character, or else it's gonna be really boring, right? Or else it's not fun. You know, putting whatever dozen people inside a castle or a mansion or a house or whatever, right? And then nothing happens, right? It's insane. So yeah, I really can't understand the Kobayane hate. I mean, she's supposed to be there to trigger this typical betrayal of the house, right? Betrayal of the mansion or whatever, right? Yeah, you need to have a Judas in this group of people, or else it's just pointless, right? Or else it's like, well, what's gonna happen? I was like, I think it's so silly. I think it's silly, but I broke it down in a much longer video. I'm talking about Kobayane only last Thursday, Friday, or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna check the chat, guys. My God, sorry about that. Yeah, they did blur the Barf kiss. They did blur it, yeah. They did censor it pretty heavily. They censored pretty heavily. I gotta go and read the manga, I guess, to compare it. But of course, when I have finished this the anime, I will of course have to read the manga. Right? So yeah, of course, when the anime is finished, I'm gonna go and read the manga. And I suppose that the Barf is gonna be way more disgusting in the manga, right? Because yeah, they completely blurred it out. There was one scene, I think I can find it before I turn off the stream. There was one scene when they kind of hand blurred it out. Yeah. But actually, this is a good comparison, actually. You know what? Let me show you this scene, talking about the censorship here. You can find out about censorship, guys. Actually, I think this scene here is even weirder, right? So I'm going to show you this here. Talking about censorship. This scene here is actually really weird, I think. So look at this in here. They actually censor even the barf that the rat eats. Yeah, this here I feel it's even weirder, honestly, right? Isn't it? I mean, yes, they are censoring the kissing barf scene, 100%, which I'm not a fan of, right? And I'll read the manga to compare it later on, right? But this here I think is even worse, because now it's just the rats eating, whatever, yeah. But it's just the rats eating the... I mean, okay, yeah, it's disgusting, whatever, right? But this in here I think is much more weirder, because at least I can understand that, okay, if you're gonna censor the kiss scene, because it looks kind of weird, okay? But this scene, just having the rats eating that, it felt like they just made like we're gonna censor all of it, yeah. This to me feels really weird, because here's even less of an issue what the rats are doing. So this censorship is even dumber. But yeah, they censored of course all the scene with all the puke barf scene, they censored all of it. But here I think it's definitely the dumbest of them. Really weird, actually. At least here you could have shown it. Like what are they censoring? The color of it? We can see it's brown yellow. Yeah, honestly, I don't really get that. But I'm gonna guess though. I said this earlier, I'll say it again. I'm gonna guess, right, that what they do though, right, is that they of course probably release a Blu-ray DVD or whatever, right, next year, and in that version it probably is censored more. Right? So they're probably gonna have an uncensored DVD release, right? That could also be one reason why they're doing that, right? Honestly, little cynical, right? But I could think that the cynical businessman in me is like, well, if then we can release the Blu-ray DVD and we can make some more money because people are gonna buy that because they get the yeah. So that might be a reason why as well. But yeah, I don't think it's very weird because obviously this anime is very, very brutal, right? You know, Denji is like batting in tomato juice in the in the episode and so on, right? So I do find it strange that why are we gonna like censor this thing, right? You know, we're not censoring when Denji's fighting the eternity demon, right? Eternity demon, Akuma, yeah, whatever, that demon. That's not being censored, right? So why are we gonna censoring this scene on the ground? You know, I think it's very, very strange. It doesn't feel to me at all. So that is weird. That definitely is weird. But I think that I'm gonna be right when they're gonna release an uncensored Blu-ray DVD, right? From a business standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. Definitely. But anyway, guys, hope you guys like the reaction, the reviews on subscribe to that, so you guys tomorrow with Isekai, of course. I got Bleach yesterday. Again, that was one of my favorite Bleach scenes, right? When with Ichigo learns the truth. I love this scene. It's like my favorite scene, man. It's like, I always love this scene, man. But yeah, the censoring the barf all over the place, man. And yeah, I'm gonna read the manga then next year, right? Next year I'm gonna go read the manga, and we're gonna start, of course, with reading the first chapters, or and compare them. Yeah, the first read will be a comparison to the anime, right? And I guess this scene here won't be censored. I very much doubt the manga is censoring the rats eating in the. I think this scene is the weirdest, honestly. Yeah, this is so weird. Feels out of place, man. Mortal Kombat and shit. It's like we have to censor the boob, but we can't censor. Yeah, Mortal Kombat is like we're censoring the OPPAI, but we're not censoring like the gigantic vivisection of people. Yeah, you're like that stays. The chainsaw thing that stays, but not this thing. Yeah, very weird.